Hi, so is there a practical way to use drawing in everyday life that'll help you remember information and that, especially if you consider yourself a lifelong learner like I do? Well, actually, there is, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today with a book review of this book right here. Hi, my name is Luis Escobar. I'm a storyboard artist on the Simpsons television show. I've been working on the show for over 20 years now. And I'm always looking for practical ways to use drawing, especially outside of just drawing for a living. What else is there? What else can you use drawing for, like in everyday life? And I tend to read a lot. I like to constantly be learning about stuff. And one of the books that I kind of stumbled upon is this book. The book is called The Sketchnote Handbook by Mike Road. And I love this book. One of the biggest reasons I like this book is because it shows you practical, everyday use for drawing. It talks about creating visuals in order to retain and remember information that you want to hold on to. So the way that it does it is it talks about this form of taking notes that it calls sketchnoting. And in it, it gives you examples. The entire book is written as a sketch note. So first of all, it's incredibly visual. So as you can see that all these things, it shows you what a sketch note actually looks like by actual sketchnoters. It gives you practical guides as to why these things are useful. It goes over the process of sketchnoting. It goes over the types of notes that you can make with sketchnotes, different approaches to putting down information for sketchnoting. It gives you exercises at the back of the book on different types of symbols you can create, so that when you're writing sketch notes, you don't have to like invent things. It gives you like it's really gives you like little guides, and so that you can practice. It shows you a bit of drawing, similar to my drawing website. Similar to my drawing. So here's some examples of some of the things that it talks about. See, so here it is. This is how you can make. This is basically what I write in my own drawing website, where you could just make everything out of these shapes, and then it shows you practical ways of using these shapes in drawing things. So there's a lot of like overlap with what I also talk about in my own website. It gives you exercises not only on how to draw, but it tells you how to write type. So it gives you practical ways of actually writing interesting type, which is really useful for me, considering that I myself don't consider myself that I have really good handwriting. And this gives you like a little bit of some tips. It's not all calligraphy, but it gives you a few basic starting off points so that you could at least have something fancy to write. So this is by far one of the most interesting books I've read on the practical use of drawing, especially when it comes to retaining information and learning. It comes in handy. It talks about how it makes going to meetings at work fun and interesting, and you actually want to be there because it's a place where you could be creative and also retain more information and get more out of these meetings from being able to draw instead of just writing notes. So there's a lot of really great practical advice on how to use drawing in your everyday life. And it doesn't even have to be because of because you do this for a living. This is actually really good for just about anything. Even to-do lists you can make and do this with them. And I mean, it just makes the skill of drawing something that is useful and handy and desirable and worth having. So highly recommend this book. I hope this video has been useful to you. If you're interested in getting this book, there's going to be an affiliate link below on the description of this video. So I would appreciate the support. But even if you don't use it, I highly recommend this book. You pick it up either at your library or on Amazon. If you found this video valuable, I would like to encourage you to return value for value by becoming one of my patrons over on Patreon. Not only will you encourage me to continue making informative videos that are useful to you, but you get extra perks too. For only a small investment of $1 a month, you can get all new videos I create months before anyone else gets to see it. Also, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer as a patron, you get priority and I answer your questions first. On top of that, when you're a patron at any level, you become part of a raffle where I send original art via mail to the winner of that month. The higher your tier, the better your opportunity to win. Higher tier patrons also get access to any art I do in high-res JPEGs and also full access to PSD files to any work I do, including the PSD files of these videos. Currently, there's a huge backlog of downloadable files you can get, so right away you're going to get quite a lot of bang for your buck. And the more patrons I get, the better these videos will get. The more content I can produce. In other words, the more you benefit. Please consider becoming a patron. Thanks. The link to my Patreon is on the screen and in the description of this video. Talk to you next time. All right, bye.